Honestly, this has got to be one of the best Pixar animated movies about an interracial couple. Why? Because it wasn't about a black and white couple. Happy Juneteenth weekend. And welcome to my Safe Gayven, everybody. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and joining me for another review here on the Black Gay Comic Geek channel. If this is your first time checking me out, let me introduce myself. Hey, how's it going? My name is Michael. I call myself the Black Gay Comic Geek. I always say the things I love to talk about on my channel has blood, sex, gore, and magic, or any variation of the four. So I like to talk superheroes, video games, comic books, animated movies, horror movies, sci-fi, fantasy, and of course I like to talk about black representation and queer representation. So if that's something that you are interested in, if you find that you enjoy my channel, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the personality, if you enjoy the reviews, hit the subscribe button, become one of my Safe Gayveneers, which is what I call my followers. Also with that, if you are a Safe Gayveneer, if you're a casual, if you are a regular, you already know the drill. If you watch YouTube, hit the like button. It'll help with the YouTube algorithm, getting this video out there, getting my channel out there, so I can hit 8,000 subscribers, 9,000 subscribers, 10,000, etc., 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 and I can continue to grow the Black Gay Comic Geek empire. But with that said, now that the housekeeping is out the way, we are here to talk non-spoilers for the latest Pixar movie to hit theaters. I think this is probably, is this the first Pixar movie to be in theaters since the pandemic? Or am I bugging? I don't know. I think I'm bugging. I'm probably bugging. But anyway, we are here to talk about the latest Pixar movie. It is called Elemental, and it is directed by Peter Sohn, who most people, if you guys have seen the Lightyear movie, the one that came out Lightyear came out last year. So no, it's not the latest Pixar movie. But Lightyear, Peter Sohn is actually the guy that voiced the cat, Socks the cat. And he also did, I think he did the short story Bow. And he did a couple other Pixar movies, but I believe this is his directorial debut with Pixar. So anyway, let's talk about Elemental. In a city where fire, water, land, and air residents live together, a fiery young woman and a go-with-the-flow guy discover something elemental. How much they actually have in common. And if you're wondering, no, this is not Avatar: The Last Airbender, even though it's literally all the elements, earth, air, fire, and water. Like, it's Avatar. But with that said, as I mentioned in my intro, it's basically about an interracial couple, an inter-elemental. You have the fire character of Ember, played by Leah Lewis, I think that's her name, and then Wade, the water character, played by Mamadou Althi, who people would know from Archive 94, something like that on Netflix. He was also in Jurassic World. He was also one of the leads in that movie. I can't think of the name of the movie, but it was a black horror movie that was on Amazon that starred Felicia Rashad as well. Can't think of the name of it. And then Leah Lewis, she's an Asian actress. And so, yeah, it was about the relationship between a black man and an Asian woman, which is something that you don't really see often in not even just fantasy, but just in general, more times than not. And like I said, and it was what I was talking about in the intro, more times than not, anytime it's an interracial relationship, it's always white and somebody else. White and somebody else. Very rarely do you see people of color loving each other. It's not to say there's anything wrong with a white person dating a black person, white person with an age, et cetera, et cetera. And as I always say, representation matters and representation equals normalization. And those type of relationships do exist. And so, yeah, they should be represented, but it's like, that's all you hardly see. And granted, they're not literally a black and Asian couple because they're water and fire, but there's still parallels to that, especially with Peter Sohn being an Asian man. Like the fire characters in this world, they kind of were representative of the Chinese coming to America and starting Chinatown. So that's kind of what the story of, you have these fire creatures coming to the elemental world, basically starting Firetown, which reminded you a lot of, the elements of, starting up Chinatown. Or if you're watching like Warrior on HBO Max, which I actually just started watching, it's like a lot of callbacks to that. But overall, and I'm not going to be long with this review, but this movie was I love this movie more than I thought I would. I was just like, oh, because also they haven't really been promoting this movie that much. I was just like, oh, I got a screener for Elemental. All right, I'll check it out. Whatever. I'm not all that excited or interested to check it out. But this movie was gorgeous, and the animation, the style, and all that, and all the different elements. But then just the characters and the chemistry between Ember and Wade. Like, I loved these two characters. I loved seeing this world and how they interacted, and how a lot of times this world wasn't made for fire, because you got like water. Water can boil fire. You got like plant and earth creatures. Fire can burn them. And like fire can heat the air. So a lot of people are anti-fire because of that. And like, and then the fire is anti-what, like, so there's also racial elements interwoven in this movie. And like, but the main driving thing of this movie is the love story between Ember and Wade. And I loved and adored both of those characters. I didn't cry at the movie, but there was a lot of moments where I definitely got a little emotional. And I went with Fantastic Frankie. She went with me, and she definitely got emotions. There was definitely moments where she was about to cry. I was looking at her, and she felt it. But this movie, I thought this movie was great. This movie definitely exceeded my expectations. And honestly, I would hope for there to be a sequel. I would love to see more in this world and more of an exploration, especially the backstory and origin story of the Fire People. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this movie. Like, I'm trying to be quick because I have to go catch a train because I'm going to AwesomeCon. I'll be at AwesomeCon this weekend. So if you're in the DC area, come check me out. Check your boy out at AwesomeCon. So I need to hurry up and pack and head to the train station. So, but yeah, outside of that, I really enjoyed Elemental. I definitely think it's worth a watch. So with that said, have you guys seen Elemental? If you have seen it, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comment section below. Or if you haven't seen Elemental, you wasn't interested in seeing Elemental, but now you're curious based on this review, let me know all of that in the comment section below. Also, if you can, check out all the other videos on my channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe for more, and tell your friends, families, and neighbors about my channel to help me continue to grow. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.